Hello, my name is Eric Tarr. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the Waves TrueVerb plugin. This is a software reverb that can be used to simulate the sound of a signal passing through an acoustic space. I'm going to be working with this plugin inside of a multi-track session that I'm working on mixing for a singer-songwriter pop rock track. I will demonstrate how the plugin sounds, as well as how to use the basic features and controls. I'm going to use the plugin in 3 different mixing situations to accomplish very different types of reverb sounds. Everything from a very short room type reverb to a medium to long hall or cathedral type reverb sound, and even beyond to things that would normally be considered unnatural. But that's the best part about working with TrueVerb. It's very flexible and versatile, and you can accomplish almost any kind of reverb sound. So let's get to it. First, I'm going to play you back my song so you can get an idea about what it sounds like. Then I'll focus on the specific situations. First, let me show you how I'm accomplishing a creative, spacious kind of reverb sound for my background vocals. Here at the beginning of the song, I'm isolating the background vocals so you can hear them along with just the reverb. One of the nice things about working with an algorithmic reverb like TrueVerb is you have separate controls over the early reflections and the late reflections. In fact, in this instance, I've actually turned off the early reflections, so I'm just working with the reverb tail. Then I've turned up the decay time to 4.6, so that's a relatively long reverb time. That's going to give me a very nice amount of space that I can add in with the background vocals. I've also turned up the density here too. For those of you that are interested in using reverb as a creative effect, TrueVerb is great because this reverb time can go much, much longer. And in fact, it can almost get to the point where it's acting as creating a pad-like sound. So I'll go ahead and play this back with a very long reverb tail so you can hear that. This is great for vocals, guitars, and all sorts of other instruments. What I'm going to do then is move on to another situation, another instance where I'm using this plugin. Let me show you how I'm using the plugin to add some depth to my electric guitar parts. So here, at this point in the song, I've got a part for my electric guitars, one panned over on the left and one panned over on the right. It sounds like this. So one thing that can happen a lot if you're working with mono guitar signals that are panned left and right is it can almost make your mix sound hollow. So what I'm going to do is add some depth by using TrueVerb. Let me pull up these 2 effects. So I've got one of these guitars panned over here on the left and one panned on the right. What I'm going to do is actually bust them so that my signal on the left is going to go to and feed a reverb that I've panned over to the right. So let me just focus on this one to begin with. What I'm going to be doing in this situation is just working with the early reflections. So now I've turned off the late reflections. So I've just got a very short, dense amount of repetitions of the signal that I'm going to be placing back further on in time after a little bit of pre-delay, so that I've got some of the signal is now happening later on the right side to go along with whatever was happening originally on the left side. Sounds like this. I can blend in the volume to something that starts to sound good. I can do the same thing with the left side, and it sounds like this. It's a very subtle way to add some extra depth to your mix. Lastly, let me move on to another situation where I'm using reverb with my lead vocals to accomplish a very natural kind of reverb sound. Play you back so you can hear it in context.
Holy enemy, holy dream, holy enemy, you are.
In this situation, I'm using both the early and the late reflections to accomplish a very natural reverb sound. One of the cool things that I like about the controls of TrueVerb is you can use these two things together, where the early reflections are going to be, and the parameters that you set up are going to be working in conjunction with the late reflections. So if I change parameters in my system like the room size and the distance, those kinds of things work together. Or you can separate them so they're not feeding the late reflections, and you can treat these independently. Now you have separate control of the pre-delay independent of the early reflections. So what I did is I went in, I found a setting that I liked. I think my room size was a little bit larger than that. Distance is fine. We've got a decay time that I like. Then you can change the balance between these things if you want the early reflections or late reflections to be at various levels. So I'll go ahead and play it back again and allow you to listen to that.
Holy enemy, holy dream.
So that's all I've got for you. I'm going to go ahead and play back the track so you can hear everything in context again. I hope that you're able to see really how versatile and flexible TrueVerb can be. Till next time, take care, guys.